Maybe seeing is believing. What we're about to see is the very first televised performance by Patsy Cline. In 1955, Patsy recorded her first single, A Church, a Courtroom, and Then Goodbye. A year later, she came to Nashville to tape it for a Grand Ole Opry television show. She's just 23 years old at this time, but I think what you'll see is the larger-than-life voice is there. She's a fully formed talent. This is why she got a recording contract. She's still in her red-hot momma mode. It's a weeper, a ballad, and yet she delivers it with a sis-boom-ba high note at the end, which is the way she performed in those days. Later, she became much more subtle with her phrasing and everything else, but there's no question that the talent is here in this performance.
Thank you, Slim Whitman. Thank you very much for that fine job. And now, neighbor, I think I'll go right back over here and visit with my good friend Ernest Stubb and see if I can't find out who this lovely young lady is.
Why, thank you, Jimmy. In fact, I want you, Jimmy, and all the folks to meet this lovely young lady because she's our special guest tonight from Virginia.
Wonderful.
Fine recording artist for the choral people, and her name is Patsy Cline.
Patsy Cline. How are you, Patsy? Just fine. Nice to see you. And the bell rings with me now, Ernest. This is the young lady you've been telling us so much about.
Right you are, Jimmy. This is the young lady that I've been bragging about. And, Patsy, I think that you should give the folks a sample of this fine singing of yours that I've been talking so much about. How about it, huh?
Well, thank you, Ernest. I'd like to do one of my favorites that I recorded some time back. A church, a courtroom, and then goodbye. The first thing was the church, then the altar, where we claimed each other with tears of joy we cried. Our friends wished us luck there forever as we walked from the church side by side. The next thing was a crowded courtroom, and like strangers we sat side by side. Then I heard the judge make his decision, and no longer were we man and wife. I hate the sight of that courtroom where man-made laws push God's laws aside. Then the clerk wrote our story in the record. Our church, our courtroom, and then goodbye. We walked from that courtroom together. We shook hands and once again we cried. Then it was the end of our story.